Now moving to a graphical question. In question number 2, an economy is producing at X. Initially we are at this point where we are producing food, 275 machines. What is the opportunity cost of choosing Y instead of X? If we move from X to Y, we are now choosing combination Y. It means now we can produce food 150 units and we can produce machines 100. So since we are increasing production of machines, so we are sacrificing food. So what will be the opportunity cost then? Then opportunity cost will be definitely food. So we can cross these two figures. Options A and C can be cancelled because opportunity cost will be food, and now we have to choose between B and D. How much food is sacrificed from 200 to 150? You can see that 50 units of food are sacrificed, so option B will be the correct answer. Okay everyone, this is the turn of now O levels, and I'm going to discuss topical MCQs relevant to O level exam, mini exam, which is going to be conducted in upcoming days. And if you are doing O levels or IGCSE, then it will be a good video series for you. If you on daily basis keep reviewing these videos, then definitely you will prepare well. So the first topic I'm going to discuss is chapter number 1. It contains definition of economics, that is a science of wealth as defined by Adam Smith, who was a classical economist. Branches of economics include mainly two branches. One is microeconomics and the other one is macroeconomics. Micro and macroeconomics. Microeconomics is the branch of economics which deals with issues of individual consumers and producers. For example, demand and supply of individual consumer, price elasticity of demand, opportunity cost, production possibility curve, needs, wants, government intervention at microeconomic level like minimum prices, maximum prices. These are the concepts which are discussed in microeconomics. Macroeconomics is the branch of economics which discusses the aggregates or issues of the overall economy. For example, economic growth, balance of payment, inflation, unemployment, employment, economic growth, and these kind of issues, national income, standard of living, these kind of issues are discussed in macroeconomics. And then is needs. Needs are basic necessities of life, for example food, shelter and clothing. And wants are the desires for luxurious things, for example desire for a big house, big car, swimming pool. Similarly, desire for branded clothes, shoes, watches and so many other things which are not essential for living, but they make life comfortable. And wants are always unlimited in nature. And then is scarcity of resources. Scarcity of resources mean resources are limited or finite. So wants are unlimited and resources are limited. That is called scarcity of resources. And when we talk about resources, resources include factors of production, and they are land, labor, capital and enterprise. So land is the natural resource, labor is human resource, capital is the man-made resource, and enterprise is the risk-taking ability of entrepreneurs, in which they combine land, labor, capital to produce goods and services. Reward for land is rent, reward for labor is wages, and reward for capital is interest, and reward for enterprise is profit. And then is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the cost of next best alternative foregone to pursue another action. For example, whenever we choose one thing, we have to sacrifice something else. Whatever we sacrifice is the opportunity cost. And the concept of for example, if you are studying economics right now, you might be doing something else apart from this. That would be the opportunity cost which you are right now sacrificing. You could have utilized your time to watch movie. The entertainment that you could have attained from the movie will be the opportunity cost right now. And then we talk about, in first chapter we talk about sectors of economy like primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Primary, secondary and tertiary. So these are the sectors of economy, or these are different industries as well. Primary industry relates to the natural resources like farming, fishing, poultry. Secondary industry relates to manufacturing and construction. Tertiary stage relevant to service industry. Now coming to the next thing, that is PPC, production possibility curve. Production possibility curve has multiple other names as well, like production possibility curve, production possibility boundary, production possibility frontier, or we also call it transformation curve, TC, and opportunity cost curve. So opportunity cost, these are multiple other names of PPC as well. PPC looks like this. This is basically, PPC is production possibility curve. This is a kind of graph which shows different combination of two products that can be produced with given resources. So what you have to consider in your mind before solving MCQs of this topic, you should consider two goods, X good and Y good, and point inside the PPC shows unemployment. Let's say this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C, and this is point D. Point outside the PPC is non-attainable because resources don't allow to go there. Point A is attainable, B is attainable, and they are desirous as well because they show full employment of resources. And point C shows unemployment of resources. It generally happens due to economic recession or shutdown of some industries in the economy. And now coming to the next thing, how to find out opportunity cost from production possibility curve. For example, if we are at point A, this is Y good. Y good is any kind of product, and this is X good. It is another good. For example, this is shoes and this is hats. So this is, let's say, pair of shoes, and this is hats on Y axis. At combination A, let's say we can produce Y1 quantity of hats, and we can produce X1 quantity of shoes. If we move from point A to B, it shows that now production of hats has decreased from Y1 to Y2, but production of X has increased from X1 to X2. So to produce extra X good from X1 to X2, we are sacrificing Y good from Y1 to Y2. So Y1 Y2 gap will be the opportunity cost. Let's say this was 50 units and now we are producing 40 units. So 10 units of Y good or hats are sacrificed, which is the opportunity cost. Now moving to the real-time practice of these questions, MCQ questions. Question number 1 says, an unemployed worker accepts a job. Which of the following is opportunity cost? So leisure time lost is basically the opportunity cost here, because when a worker accepts job, he would be doing something and he will be losing leisure. And now the second question is, a hospital cannot treat all the people that need treatment. This is an example of scarcity, because hospital cannot treat everyone who is trying to reach there. Then it means that resources are limited with hospital, so hospital cannot treat everyone coming there. Next, coming to the question number 3. Question number 3 is, hope you can read these figures. Question number 3 is, you have to find out the employment which has increased. So the correct answer for this is option C, tertiary sector, because tertiary industry has increased. Tertiary industry increased because it includes service industry, banking and finance is service industry, distribution and catering is service industry. So you can basically evaluate these figures, and these are increasing in case of tertiary sector. Transport is also a tertiary sector, so you should consider this one as well. So once you use these figures, you will find that tertiary sector employment is increasing. Now coming to question number 4. Question number 4, the table shows various combinations of food and clothing which village can produce using all its resources. What is the opportunity cost to the village of increasing production of food from 200 to 300? If we are producing food from 200 to 300, against that we are sacrificing clothing. 250 to 50, that is 200 units of clothing. So 200 units of clothing will be sacrificed, which is the opportunity cost. Now moving to a graphical question. In question number 2, an economy is producing at X. Initially we are at this point where we are producing food, 275 machines. What is the opportunity cost of choosing Y instead of X? If we move from X to Y, mean we are now choosing combination Y, it means now we can produce food 150 units and we can produce machines 100. So since we are increasing production of machines, so we are sacrificing food. So what what will be the opportunity cost then opportunity cost will be definitely food. So we can cross these two figures. Options A and C can be cancelled because opportunity cost will be food, and now we have to choose between B and D. How much food is sacrificed from 200 to 150? You can see that 50 units of food are sacrificed, so option B will be the correct answer. Okay, now moving to the last question of this video lecture, and a country is producing at X. Okay, so this is the point X, which shows how it can allocate its production between capital and consumer goods. A period of recession then causes some of the factories to close down. If factories close down, then it will cause unemployment. Which point could represent the new option? Option C will be the new option because point inside the PPC shows unemployment of resources. So when factories are closed down, it will cause unemployment of the resources. It may be unemployment of workers, machinery, technology, tools, and other resources. So this is it for today's class. Next class will be relevant to the next topic, topical MCQs I will be discussing there. And if you have any issue and you want to discuss that issue with me, then you can WhatsApp me the question which you want to discuss with me on my WhatsApp number shown on the screen. So see you with the next video, inshallah.